On the other hand, if you want to make a kick-ass game, like I said, with like a Mario type thing, and define objects and have proximity sensors and then triggers and design it well and really have gameplay and flow, as in the right screens at the right time and the right tone. That's hard, difficult work with 3D artists, with interactive specialists. So that, of course, is not for everybody. So yeah, it's a big band of possibilities, I'd say.
Okay. Of course, depending upon the complexity. And so do you all have an SDK, or how does...
we have a reverse API.
Okay.
Which means that on our server you define how it looks and what the POIs are, or where the data is, and on your server you keep your data. And then you just define how you should talk between our server and your own server.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you also retain your data, which is important to a lot of people.
Yes. What is
we don't need to maintain it, which is also good.
What is so would I license a layer from you, or how does one, is it just able to create, what is the monetization like? For example, like Apple, you create an app, they take
it's all yours, it's all free. We don't take any cut. It's not in our interest to make money off of the developers. And actually, you can make money off of layers. So if you have a cool layer, say you're a game developer, so you've spent a lot of time making a cool layer, yet you want to see something back for that. Currently, we have a payment option for the US, for Canada, for Australia, and the UK. So to inhabitants of that country, this is because PayPal Mobile only supports them. You can sell them layers, so those people can buy your work basically. And we have just like Apple, I think it's a bit different though. We have 60/40. Look it up. But I can, it's not that we make a profit off of that, or there's a motivation in that. And we take care of the administration, the taxes, the banking costs, things like that. It's just made possible. So you still retain a lot, and that's a way for people to make money even off of it.
Nice.
And what I like even more, I mean, that's one way, and that we, like a month ago or 2 months ago already, released this. But what's even better, and that's how it really started, the 3,000 developers, lots of them now are hiring people, are getting overworked, are getting investments to grow, and they're making a business developing for brands, for people that want layers. So there's a whole economy starting to emerge because of that, because we don't charge, they can build a business, we get their great content, and they really like us, and that's really working well.
So the app, I just download one app on my Android or iPhone, and then that gives me the list of all the layers. Is it alphabetized, or how can I search, or I guess it's one of those just go to the app and look at it kind of thing?
If you have the latest Android version, you can use Stream. And that is, how can I say that? And this year we had 3 foundations that we wanted to lay. First off was payments, so you can have paid layers, so that would be to service our developers. Second was Stream. Like if you buy a magazine, you go to a kiosk and you see an overview of what's available and you choose one. If you want to see what's on TV, you use an electronic program guide, the button you push. What do you use in augmented reality? Because one of the challenges we had was, so if you start up the app in the old version, you have to choose your layers. So are you looking for an ATM, or are you looking for National Geographic stuff? But you don't always know. And even more, you don't know what's available around you. So you just open up and you maybe get a return of 0. So that wasn't good. So that's why we came out with Stream, and that shows you in a list form what's popular around you. So you can see that everybody goes to that restaurant, that house for sale, everybody looks at. And if you see that, then you click it and open up the layer and experience it. So this is the way that now people can find out about the game or the augmented reality game around the corner.
Okay, that's nice, because that was my next question, because I don't have a smartphone, but when I did play with Layar on friends who got the iPhone, it was kind of just select layers and that. So this is nice.
And on the iPhone it'll be out soon. I don't have an exact date yet. We're working on it hard. We always first release on Android, then on iPhone. But it'll change it a lot. And and it's a start, to index it well, to have a good logical menu, because it's you have so many new worlds literally that we're unleashing to people too, and how to have a good experience, how to serve up what content because of which rule, and that's what we're all still working on very hard to do well.
So any plans for any kind of tablet device?
Well, not. Yeah, I mean, we like tablets, and the Android tablets are coming, and we'll be working on it. Actually, myself, I use Layar on the tablet too, or on my iPad if I want to. I mean, I can. And there's one game that there is right now called Conquer, which is like Risk, and you don't need the AR view, so you can do it in list view and can conquer cities or neighborhoods, which I do. And in the morning when I have new armies, I conquer a little bit more. But this I do on my iPad, so that works already. And we'll probably work on the coming tablets. What I did find when I was using my iPad last time I went to the States, is that you don't want to hold it up. It's too heavy. So I wonder about the real use of AR in a tablet, apart from, of course, it'll look good. It's just, but yeah, it's too heavy. And on the other hand, everybody will have a phone. In what is it, 2013, there will be 1.4 billion AR-capable phones. Yeah, that's good for me. I don't need more. I mean, like more, but that's good.
Speaking of which, you recently you brought up the number of phones. Sounds like you had a recent partnership that will help Layar get on more phones.
Yeah, so we already had Samsung. So right now in the U.S., Samsung Galaxy is being rolled out with Layar on it, and all over the world. And also we just signed LG, which is going to pre-install Layar, and another couple of ones in various countries that also are going to preload us. So yeah, it's going well.
Nice.
It looks like by the end of the year we probably will be on at least 1 in 3 AR-capable phones, which is most phones. So yeah, that's we're already beyond there. And then after a year, that's we're happy with that.
Pretty exciting time. So being that big, that even gives you more weight in your voice as far as standards. Mm-hmm. So what is Layar's interest in standards?
It starts actually where we really understand, or how do you say that? We appreciate where we come from, as in we couldn't do what we do because of Android or because of the REST protocol or standards that are there, or all the stuff that went before us. So that we understand. And looking forward, of course, AR needs standards. Question is when and what. And we're starting to get an idea what we'd like to standardize. Challenge is, of course, we have the market, how do you say that, market volatility, as in we need to keep running. So do we put an engineer on defining a standard, or an extra feature which will help us keep our position? Right. And that, as a founder, as a general manager, I'm like, that's a tough choice sometimes. And when is it really needed already? So we participate in the W3C event. We were just at the Barcelona one. And it's a matter of timing. We keep, a finger on the pulse everywhere. And as soon as something really needs to be done, we'll be there and doing what needs to be done. There's no clear that we are now doing A or B or C, but we're committed to putting whatever needs to be put down, we'll put down.
Excellent. Yeah. And recently you attended the augmented reality event in Santa Clara. What were some of the things that you took away from that?
Actually, there was one main thing that I took away which wasn't at the site, and that was when I went shopping at the mall in San Jose. So I was already in the States, or I went for Layar in the States back in October. Nobody knew about Layar. So this was my second time back for work. I mean, I was back with family, but for work, so it was all there, and everybody knew I was there while you saw it. Great. And then I went to the mall, and I went to the T-Mobile booth and the Sprint store, and just casually, asked about Layar, and without telling who I was, all the people in the store knew about Layar. So that for me was like, wow, it's working. Something is working. Right. So that was really cool.